Hi everyone and welcome back to another video with me Shruti Vashisht. You're watching Living Our Ascension. So this week's reading is going to be a Lion's Gate special. So this is basically a galactic gateway that opens up. It happens every year. And it has to do with the alignment of the Earth with Sirius, and the Sirius star system and the Sun Sirius basically. So there's a lot of galactic codes that can come through at this time, and especially things about your purpose, your galactic missions. And it's not only, even though it's the Sirian gateway, or we call it the Lion's Gateway, but it relates to all kinds of galactic codes, because it's like that alignment to something galactic opens up, and the galactics that serve us as well, the galactic beings, our light family, they sort of are able to contact us. I mean, they always are contacting us, but it's like the veils are thinner, you can say, in a sense. So it's exact on the 8th of August every year, but we feel it before and after as well. So so this reading right now, you can choose either number 1, 2 or 3, and then whatever message you get will be about what you are integrating during this Lion's Gate. So before we get into the reading, I want to let you know that I have 2 courses out. One is called Embody the 5th Dimensional Vibration, and the other is Manifest Soulmate Relationships. You can find both of them below this video. The first one is at a discount right now because it's pre-launch. I'm about to launch it in a while. So before that, it's on a discount. You can also find links to work with me at a personal level as well to accelerate your ascension. Okay, so today we're using 2 decks. This card fell down. You saw it happen, so we're just gonna get that as a general message now, I guess, before we get into the more individual readings. So this is the one we got. Have a look at that, and I'm gonna see in the book what it's called exactly. But it's look at the colors. It's like pink and blue. It's like the meeting of the masculine and feminine, and coming from that diamond space. The diamond space is related to our Christ consciousness, you can say. Basically, it's like that prism inside, the prism of mother, so it's like a union at that level that is happening for all of us, it seems like. And there's angel wings as well, so it's a really high vibration, which makes sense because we have the galactic gateway. And I've been feeling this myself lately, and I plan to make a video about it, but I feel like things are still integrating. So let's see, perhaps a message will come through now and make it a little bit clearer for all of us. So first I'm just going to check what card it is in the book. This is this deck. I really like this deck. And there are no numbers, so I just have to sort of flip through. It's called Guardian Angel of the 4 Rivers, the card of flowing in the waters of time towards light. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's really long. I'm just going to pick whatever stands out to me today. It says your sole purpose includes teaching others about this. For like water, we must find our own level. Horvatat discloses that we are fish swimming in the waves of time, with our souls evolving towards perfection. As you swim forwards in your own current, why not work with Horvatat in this way to transcend karma? It is an ongoing process, but eventually you will find yourself floating in his 4 rivers of Eden, merging with the dazzling radiance of angelic light. So to me, and it says here that Horvatat is the guardian angel of the 4 rivers, basically. Okay, so I'll let you take whatever message you got from that yourself, but to me this is about being in complete alignment, being in complete flow, especially with the whole angelic theme and the 4, like it's like the cross of Christ, like I was speaking about before I even read this message when we just saw the card. So it's that highest union of the masculine and feminine, because we reunite with ourselves, the masculine and feminine inside of us, at different levels during our ascension process. So it's not just that it happens once. There's actually different levels to it, and this is one of the highest, because it's Christ consciousness essentially. And it's saying that, like, basically when we are within that Christ consciousness, we just flow. So things are coming to you this week within flow, and I've already been feeling it. For example, I feel a little bit more tired than usual today. We're definitely integrating light. I'm just taking things slow. Like, I had so many plans for this weekend because we had an extended weekend here in India. We have a holiday today. So it's like Monday is a holiday too, so it was an extended weekend, and I didn't have school because I'm a teacher. And I thought that I'll achieve all of this, for my channel, especially. But then I've been doing work, but it's still a little bit slower than I'd imagined, because it's about going with the flow, slowing down and going with the flow. Sometimes there's new light landing, and when it lands a certain way, we then are charged, then we can be more efficient that way. Like, sometimes in my case, like, let's say if it's a message that I want to share, it'll be that one message, but in a more concise way, I'll be able to communicate more, or touch the hearts of people more, let's say. So it's the same with any of you watching as well. Whatever you are doing, when you're integrating light, when it fully integrates, it has that quality of you are embodying that light code. So what you're putting out there is also at that level that it can it is received by another, and it unfolds in its own way, in the highest way possible, in the way that is the highest and right for them within flow. Okay, so I hope that this message was helpful. Let's quickly just pick another card, because we're using 2 decks today, before we go into the individual messages. So we're using the Ascension cards by Diana Cooper. They are also a high vibrational deck. So let's just pick one for all of us. Generally, what do we need to know during the Lion's Gate? And it says here, the moon. This is so appropriate. Do you know why? Because today, or yesterday actually, we had the full moon. It says here, the moon is the causal chakra of the universe and radiates divine feminine energies. Call on it to cleanse your aura and energize you. Remember, the influence of this celestial body is always there, whether you can see it or not. When you are offered this card, you are called on to practice your feminine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, intuition, inclusiveness, discernment, and oneness. Your guidance is to go within and seek answers from your huge font of wisdom. The moon will bring you clarity so that you can flow with the current of ascension. I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. So it's obviously a portal during this Lion's Gate, where we are feeling more of that feminine, of relaxation, going with the flow. Although flow is not really feminine or masculine, it's just, honestly, it's like the combination of both. It's like being in that perfect balance. But usually humans, like the way that we are set up through our minds, lower minds, we are all about action a lot of the time. So we often access flow through that more feminine state of allowing ourselves to relax first, and then the inspiration and action comes in, which is called inspired action. So that's what we're being guided to basically just slow down, relax, allow things to come and happen in their own way, in a way that feels most aligned and balanced. And through that, basically, these new galactic codes are landing. And it's not even always about channeling, like sitting down and meditating, although that does help a lot of times. But more than that, it's also just about flow, or when you are just allowing yourself to be, then the way that you do things within that state in itself is the integration, in itself is the unfolding of light, in itself is those galactic codes moving through you. It's like your galactic self is merging with you, whichever level, whatever side of your multidimensional self wants to come through, it merges that way. Like, often I like to walk here at night. I've spoken about that before, on the terrace. And there's just so much light that I'm integrating, which is again another reason that I feel a little bit more like resting today. Yesterday was just crazy. Like, I was feeling almost like there's just so much light that was coming through me as I was walking, and I was just so energized. So now it looks like it's time for integration, and then once it properly integrates, we know what it truly is, at a grounded level, and what to do with it. Okay, so with that said, let's move on to the individual readings. So choose either number 1, number 2 or number 3, and then you can scroll through this video and find your message. Okay everyone, so if you chose number 1, then let's pick a card for you. So here's the one that you get. Again, there's more water energy in this one. Just look at it, and I'm going to just open up to the right page. So to me it looks like there's a lot of turquoise here that relates to Lemuria and Atlantis, those eras. Since we're going through a galactic gateway, I'm sort of reminded of them. This is how like ancient civilizations were on the earth, when things were still sort of aligned more with the divine feminine at that time. So perhaps there's something for you there. So let's just see what's in the book. It says Heart Grail and 4 Rivers of Eden. The card of the Heart Grail and healing power of Water of Life. You are a water carrier with true Aquarius energy. You may already understand about Water of Life and have inner intuition about its true healing potential. Now you are taken infinitely further, for this is Water of Life pouring from the 4 Rivers of Eden into the perfect grail. Okay, so I won't read the whole thing, but in the end it says, the power of love is infinite, and when carried through living, purified Water of Life, miracles are achievable. Okay, so it's basically a lot of water energy, and they're talking about love coming through when you are able to be more in that water element. So allow for that, because especially like during these portals, like if in case you are landing a lot of light and you're feeling it in the body, part of integrating that, how it helps is to, sorry I'm doing this, it's really hot. But basically how you can integrate the light body better is through drinking lots of water energy, whether that's swimming or taking showers, drinking lots of water as well, if I didn't say that already. So water energy, essentially you can even listen to water sounds, like on YouTube they have like these different soothing sounds that have water. So you might want to work with those things. Let me just look at the image and get my own message, because those are the messages that I receive the best. And you can see that there's 2 waterfalls here, and it's leading to like the birth of this new creativity, because this color, this pink peach sort of color, pink and coral peach sort of color, it relates to angelic creativity, basically that sensual creativity that humans can achieve, that is also angelic and very, very embodied at the same time. So it takes on, rather than this orange color, it takes on a lighter color, which is that coral, and that is opening up for you. And I feel that you are perhaps doing it with somebody else as well, because again there's 2 waterfalls, so it's like there's 2 streams that are feeding it, and from that something is birthing this creativity, this angelic creativity. And this creativity, this level of creativity, by the way, of co-creation is related to service as well, to angelic service. It's like kind of like related to the seraphim, Elohim type of energy, or consciousness rather. Let me see if there's anything else. So yeah, that's what I feel, that that just flow and relax, like when we're in water, how do we feel? Like if we're swimming, we're in the ocean and it's like all relaxed, and it's that feeling of surrender and just flowing. There's no hurry or anything, and through that you are landing co-creation with other people. I feel like it could be your angelic guides, but I feel like it might be more other people who are on the path, because like I spoke of Lemuria and Atlantis at the beginning of this. So that is when many of us souls, especially volunteer souls, were and light workers were getting together and co-creating things. So I feel like there's a reuniting that's happening. Perhaps it's a person you already know and you realize something new about them, that you have this deep connection to them, maybe perhaps from these times, Atlantis and Lemuria. Or it's just, you realize that there's this creative potential, co-creative potential, and that's landing for you. But it's the full blossoming, you see, like a lotus. So it's something really beautiful that you're achieving through working with other people. It is the energy of co-creation and angelic creativity. So let's see what other card you get from this other deck. So what are you integrating during this Lion's Gateway? And it says here, Huna prayer. So I'm going to read it out. You can pause the video and read that message on your own if you wish to go through the message. But basically it says the high priest Ahme, I think it's pronounced like Hermes, took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayers as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. So any archangel or master that you can think of that intuitively feels right to you. State your request 3 times in positive terms. Then sit with your palms up and say, may the rain of blessings fall, so be it. So may the rain of blessings fall, so be it. Repeat this for 30 days and then stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action anytime that it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life or continue if you're already engaged in one. So I love this message because I've been feeling the energy of abundance lately, and I don't know, it's just within me. But again, like I said at the beginning of this, the full realization hadn't happened of what exactly is occurring, but I was getting it. So this is a really good quote to use. It's only 2 lines. May the rain of blessings fall, so be it. So you might want to do that in order to, and you don't have to do it for 30 days like it says here, although you might want to if you're called to, but at least during this Lion's Gate. And look, it says here 8, which is the date that the Lion's Gate is exact. So your affirmation is your Huna prayer. So do this prayer. Perhaps this is what is leading to the landing of that co-creation and the blossoming of that angelic creativity for you somehow. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this message. Let me know in the comments below what's happening, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and give this video a like if you liked this message today. Okay, so if you chose number 2, then we're going to pick a card now. Here we get this one. Ooh! So this card always reminds me of the tri-folded flame, love, wisdom and power. It's like that white flame that is within us, and I made other videos about it on this channel right before this one. You can check them out. Perhaps I'll link one up here. But it's the white fire, the white flame within, and it's like the highest level of integration. So you see how there's a crown. It's like you're going to be wearing this crown, so you'll be feeling, perhaps recently you have acted within the guidance of that inner fire, that fire of truth, that fire of grace essentially, and how grace actually moves through our bodies when we are ascending. It looks quite different from how people have always called it, and I made a video about this that should be coming soon, perhaps tomorrow, after I upload this one. But grace looks quite different from how we imagine like the Buddha, the Christ to be. Like they never act out, they never hold any grudges or nothing ever, like everything is that sort of perfection. But that kind of perfection does not exist. Grace is actually looking at what needs to be seen now, surrendering, letting go, and then coming into this. So it's like you're allowed to feel emotions, you're allowed to even sometimes act out or whatever, but it's that process happens really fast of integration and then knowing that this is my path of freedom. So in that sense, the master always continuously walks within freedom, which is grace, that complete freedom, knowing what they truly are and being able to choose it and walk it. So that is what true grace to me is. And I feel like you have perhaps taken a choice in your life recently where you chose to walk within that grace, within your own inner alignment, what your inner truth is, and you perhaps haven't seen the results so far, but now you will. That's why there's a crowning that's happening for you this week. Okay, so let's see what other message you get, because we have one more deck today. So we're going to get a mess card here. It says Lemurian healing. This is interesting because okay, you can pause the video if you want to read the whole thing, but it's interesting because choice number 1, I spoke about Lemuria as well, so you might want to also check out that message. It says Lemurians were 5th dimensional androgynous beings who loved and wanted to heal Earth. They drew the love of God through the cosmic heart onto this planet. Even now, when 2 or more gather with humility to focus these crystals, so they're speaking about these Lemurian crystals, Lemurian quartz crystal. You might want to get one. It's a really high vibrational, nice crystal. It's one of my favorite crystals too. I don't know where mine is because we packed and moved last year from another country. So but you know, if you have one, then use it, or you might want to buy one as well if you're called to that. But they are known to have these ribbed surfaces where if you rub on it, these codes are revealed. It's said that at the time of Lemuria, those who were serving, you know, which is like many of us who are here to serve now, we were there at the time of Lemuria. We came back at this time with that wisdom, with that earthy wisdom, but at the same time the higher wisdom that we bring. So these are the right appropriate people to carry on this task of ascension at this time, you see. So that is us, essentially, these people who are going through ascension first, you know, these first waves of ascension before masses of humanity go through it at a much slower pace usually. But basically what these people did, what we did was charge those crystals with certain knowledge and codes. And you know, at certain times we would find, because crystals are also living beings, so they also have a state of consciousness, and they find us, we find them, so through synchronicity. And when you rub that crystal or you work with it, your new mission and new knowledge comes through, and it might be more subtle than you think. It's not always, you know, like you see in the movies, a person sitting and they're struck by lightning or something, but it'll slowly open up something, or it'll just help you to ground light in a way that is more seamless. So I send Lemurian healing to Earth, it says. So there's definitely some wisdom that's landing for you. It doesn't have to be attached to the crystal. If you don't have a crystal, you can imagine a Lemurian quartz crystal. You can go on Google and look at an image of it, and perhaps imagine yourself sitting in the middle of like a huge Lemurian crystal that's almost like a cave or something, and then work like that. It'll have the same effect. But usually it's nice to have something more tactile if you can. But just know that at this time that is landing for you, some Lemurian wisdom. Okay, so perhaps that is what is related to this card as well. The crown is that you're remembering who you truly are. Your gifts, this is the crowning of you. You're crowning yourself almost, like, yeah, and it just feels so empowered, so empowered. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this message. Let me know in the comments below if any of this is happening in your life right now. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked the message today. So number 3, let's pick a card. We're just going to get, okay, this one. 1 second. So this is what your card looks like. Huh, interesting. I can see, oh, it's a chariot. When I looked at it first, it looked like a gem, but there's horses or something. It looks like a chariot, but it's an angelic chariot. So it's like there's a gem coming to you, almost like through this angelic chariot. So it says here that it's the card of hidden powers and loving thoughts, and it's the guardian angel of the power of love. I'm not going to read the whole message, but let's see what it says, what stands out to me. So it says that every sentient form, animal, vegetable or mineral, has a vibration that can be attuned with the heart harmonic of Mother Earth, carrying the potential inner peace of this planet. If your heart's desire is true, sending daily love can make it happen. If it's not right for you, then unselfishly sending love to all life gently helps to create a planetary harmonic of divine order that in turn actually encourages manifestation of something infinitely more beneficial for you. Wow, this is complicated. I'd have to read it again to get the full meaning of it, but basically what the thing that I'm getting from it is that it's about Mother Earth, it's about creating a heart harmonic, potential of inner peace, heart's desires true, sending daily love can make it happen. Okay, so it's I'll let you interpret that message the way that you want, but for me this is speaking about working with Mother Earth. So it's working with the grid of Mother Earth, the crystalline grid, and it's about sending certain energy to the grid, especially at this time when we're anchoring light is, you know, landing through the grids that already exist. But perhaps if you've chosen this message, you are somebody who has been serving the grid and maybe you don't even know it, to what level, to what degree, and perhaps those codes are coming to you now because on this chariot there's like a gift that's coming for you. So either there's a physical manifestation of like a gift, you know, it might be more abundance, it might be you know, some relationships, so love, or any other form really, you know, just some sort of blessing, something that you recognize as a blessing in your life. So something like that is coming, but I feel like mainly it'll be a recognition of what you do for the planet, what you do for the Earth's grid at this time. Will become more clear, especially because we're going through this portal and like I said, the veils are thinner. So that is your true gift coming to you now. And it's also helping you to recognize your own angelic service on the planet and your own light service on the planet too. It'll give you more encouragement to sort of do that, because awareness, when we're aware of what we're doing, it helps to really land in that vibration more, and for more of that to come through essentially. Okay, so I'm going to pick another card from the other deck and let's see what you get and how it's connected to this message. So we have these cards, Ascension cards, and you get unicorns. Woo! So you can pause the video and read this message if you want to. I probably won't end up reading the whole thing. But basically it's about connecting to the unicorns. They are, so unicorn consciousness is related to the 7th dimension. What was that? Unicorn consciousness is related to the 7th dimension, and it's purity. So 7th dimension is related to the soul realms, you know, where we become one with the true nature of our soul, with the actual pure nature of our soul. It's the realm where we are first born. When we are born from source, it's almost like we become, all souls are first, they come to the 7th dimension. And then, you know, they have some time to like play and know themselves as this individual soul essentially. But it's and then, you know, after that, after they've spent some time sort of doing that, although time doesn't exist at that level, but basically after they have had some, you know, some time there, they've spent some time just playing within their own soul and getting to know their own soul, what they're all about. They then can go into different realms. They can explore whatever realm they are to serve, whether that's the upper realms above the 7th, which are the more angelic realms, or the lower realms, which is you know, the universes, the basically worlds of creation. And they're both equally sacred. It's both service and they're both equal. Most people don't even realize this. But basically, if unicorn energy is coming into your life now, it's helping you with purity, with knowing your own soul purity, with knowing what kind of a soul you are. And that is kind of what we were speaking about, right? Like when we got this card, we're speaking about you knowing what you do for the planet. So it's about knowing your own light, so knowing how pure you really are. And you can actually even invoke the unicorns. You can work with them if you want at this time. You could just have to say, you know, just have to close your eyes and ask for unicorn energy to connect with you and to help you to with the landing of light on the earth, and to help you to activate your purpose of working with the earth's grid as well, because the earth's grid lands this you can say white crystalline light. That is, the earth's grid is being formed of that. So you can invoke unicorn energy and it will help you to get in touch with the purity of your soul, the truth of your soul. It will also help you to work with anchoring purity on the planet. You know, when we anchor purity, it helps with the cleansing, with integration. But unicorn energy, although it is a little bit powerful, but it's still more magical and light. So it's really good for that. If you don't want to feel overwhelmed with light, but at the same time know your magical nature and serve in a more magical way as well. So yeah, your affirmation is, I connect with the unicorns. I hope that you enjoyed this message. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and like this video if you liked this message today, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.